Right guys, 25th of March 2026. This has been off the road since November. I can't wait to get it back on the road. I've got a few niggly little issues that I'm trying to sort out, so I can try and maybe get it back on the road for the start of April. I found these like booklet badges, which I think are quite cool. I was just wondering what you think. I should put them on. I've got two. Do you think I should just put one of them on or both of them on? Kind of put them like that, or I could put one on one side, one on the other side. That one or the other. What do you think of those? I think they're quite good. Whoops, got a few issues with the lights at the moment. I've got no rear tail lights. Had a few issues with the indicators as well. That seems to be sorted, but this is the old panel. It just shows you how basic these cars. Oh well, not basic, but different to the modern clusters on modern cars. Got no tail lights, and I was diving a little bit deeper into this. And you see, this is the fuse box on an old Porsche 911, which looks very different to what you'd probably see on most newer cars. They're called torpedo fuses, and you can see, like, I've had two which have blown here. We've got like a guide here, and the guide tells us the two that have blown, it says for parking lights. Now, right and left. Now, there's no mention of tail lights, so I'm assuming the parking lights are the same as the tail lights. I've heard of parking lights, but I've never really been sure what they are. I thought they were just kind of maybe a light which came on when you were parking, but you probably wouldn't get that technology in a car like this. So I'm going to assume that the two blown fuses are for the tail lights or the parking lights. And I've got myself a load of replacements here, which I'll keep in the car at all times, because if I'm away driving, something goes off, I know I can just kind of scoot in, put a new fuse in. But I'm looking forward to getting this back on the road. The battery's completely dead, even though it's been on this trickle charger all winter basically. But the battery's shot. Got a new battery here ready to go, so I'm going to install that very soon, and we should get this car back up and running, hopefully for the start of April. Now, on the subject of the 997, it's also been a bit of a tough stretch for this car. Okay, so I'm going to go under here, and this is what I call making my peace, because you can see we've got a leak right there, and it just seems that every other day I come out of this car, something new is going on. Yes, I know it's a 20-year-old car. It's a 20-year-old car coming up, so you're going to have to replace things. The exhaust being one of them, which we'll come to in a moment, but just a little bit annoyed because I need to figure out what that leak is and where it's coming from. Like this car, I haven't driven it much in the past year. What happened was I went to do the North Coast 500 in April 2025, and on that trip the exhaust completely blew, the factory sports exhaust, and it's kind of just been sitting in my workshop for best part of a year now. Then fast forward to last November, I went out and I got a new exhaust put on. I got the design tech put on, and I've got clips of that on my other little, I set up like a little YouTube channel, which was just purely for like driving, not really any talking or anything like that. If you have a look on YouTube for Northern Revs, you'll see another little YouTube channel of mine. I'll put it on screen now. It's worth having a look, worth having a little subscribe if you're interested in just pure driving videos with like ASMR sounds, nothing, like no sort of like chatting or anything like that. But anyway, I put the design tech on, and that was like 1,600 quid, and honestly that thing sounds like it sounds awful. I'll put a few clips on now. And don't get me wrong, it's not horrifically bad, but when to get a good sound out of it, you've got to really scream the nuts off it and get the car up to like say 5,500, 6,000 RPM, which, yes, I know is where a lot of the enjoyment is. But With the factory sports exhaust, you're going to get that at around about 3,500 RPM. So you don't have to try as hard to get that good race sound out of the exhaust with the factory Porsche sports exhaust. So I just want to give the car a little drive around the block and see what it does to that leak, because from previous experiences with 911s, what I've kind of found is that if you let a car sit, it will sometimes just start to leak. And then if you take it out for a drive, park it back up, the leak completely stops. Close the garage, get that covered. Car's looking good though, isn't it? With those Fuchs style wheels on. I still do love that car, you know. But that's a van. Got a van as well. Hey Cooper. Go in the van. Go in the van. Find some doggies. Come on, son. Good boy. Good boy. Let's get in the van. Go on. Go on. There you go. Ah! Yeah, that way. Good boy. Right, come on. This way. Go back. Right, so we're in the VW T6 van, which I've had for about 6 or 7 months. And actually, I say I love the van. It's kind of more of a love-hate thing. One of the reasons I love the van is because I've got the dog on the seat here. I'm going to get him strapped in, don't worry. I've got a little connector that goes in the seatbelt plug around his neck, so it's like a little harness which keeps him safe. So I can do that, but then also, you know, I've got a big payload. It's nice to drive. Well, it will be nice to drive once I've fixed a few issues. Check engine light. Got a little bit of hesitation. In fact, I can feel it right now. What's happening is I'm getting like a smell of like exhaust gases, and I've narrowed it down to as like a pipe with a split in it on the back of the AGR valve. And because that's kind of split, it's fried the temperature sensor. So the temperature sensor is about 150 pounds. The pipe is about 50 pounds. So about 200 pounds to do it if I can do it all myself. We've got a bit of a problem with the clutch. It's really clunky. First and second gears are kind of awful. And then what else? What was it? Oh yeah, we've got a leak on this van as well. I think that's like just a seal. But the reason we're in the van right now is because we've got a very, very important pickup to do, which does tie in with where this video is going. I'm not finishing the subject of the Porsche 997. So we're going to get over to Porsche Centre Newcastle, who are going to supply me with some very exciting goods. Alright guys, so there's the Porsche Centre Newcastle right there. We have to kind of go right around the back though.
Invoice is obviously attached to the box, mate.
Right.
Obviously that's for the kit without the switch.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Alright, so the sports exhaust is in the back of the van. And while I'm over this part of the world, thought I would take the dog to the beach. Beach is about 2 miles that way. We're back home now. and the dog, well, I told him to guard the exhaust, but he's looking for a treat. Treat's right there, see if he can find it. In any case, yeah, I'm going to open this on the next video. He's found it. Open this on the next video, and hopefully we'll get it installed to the 997. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.